Alright, I'm gonna dump the black tank, show you what I set up to do that. It works pretty good. I have the Sewer Solutions water macerator, I guess. So this is it on the end. You can see how small the drain hose is. It requires water pressure, has a very small jet that busts everything up and shoves it down the hose. So you got a one-way valve here to prevent backflow, and then I plumbed this through so I can disconnect this when I'm driving down the road. But I have this line plumbed all the way through into this little manifold setup that I made. It inlets here, and I have a shut-off valve. This is your main water coming in. So I have it feeding both the black flush tank with the shut-off valve and the fresh water, city water, with the shut-off valve. I also have a one-way valve on that and on that, so I can't have any kind of backflow when you're flushing out the black water tank. Works pretty good. I can just shut off at will. I don't have to take anything apart to drive down the road. It's always there and attached. So yeah, I put this on because no matter what, the black valves always leak a little bit. So that prevents a mess when you're connecting and disconnecting. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the freshwater valve. Actually, I'm gonna shut the back one off too. Open up the black. And throw on the water. Can't see much, but I can hear it working. There we go. Getting flow. Nothing like watching somebody else's get flushed out. So that takes a few minutes. It's a little slower than using the old Stinky Slinky because that's so much bigger. But I find this to be very easy to make long runs with if you have to. No pun intended. And it just makes hooking up and disconnecting and storing the hose so much easier. It's totally worth the extra time it takes to do the dumping process. And it works well with flushing out the black tank too. When I flip that valve on, I can turn this water off and go back and forth and get a good flush. And for the gray, it's just fine. You just leave the valves open like normal and it just runs right out, no problem. Alright, we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so black tank is empty. Took about 8 minutes, I guess, maybe 6. So I'm gonna throw, I'm gonna throw on the flush. I'm gonna turn this off, get a little stronger water pressure in there. See the one-way valve kicking in. Let that run with all the gates open for 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe do that once or twice, depending on how long you've been sitting. All done. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the black tank flush, and you can see how the one-way valve kicks in. Well, it didn't bleed that much, but you can see that nothing can come back out of there. It would just drop out at the one-way valve. So nice and clean, safe system. So now we're running the water macerator one more time. Macerator, did I say that right? Macerator. And we'll flush it again, and it'll be sweet. Okay, tank flushing is completed. Valve is off. I still have water flowing. I was going to show you that you can have this handy dandy little angle hanging here to flush out the tube. And that's that. So then we turn that valve off, and now I will shut the black tank off, open back up the grays, and the flushing is complete. Okay, I like the system a lot. At my parents' place in Montana where we stay, I have to go 50 feet and about 2 feet uphill, and it's no problem. I use a 1-inch inner diameter hose that I have some fittings that I adapted to go on there, and it's no problem. It pushes it right up there and empties the tank. And even the gray, because the tanks are higher, by gravity the weight will push it out, and it'll stay pretty much empty. Pretty neat system. Sewer Solutions. I think it cost roughly $100 for the kit off of Amazon. I recommend it.